Hi guys, welcome to my channel RK Tutorials. So in the previous class we have discussed about the uh, relay circuit breaker configuration, and I hope you have seen, and if not, please go back to my channel and see the video. So let me and in the I also explained that the CTs are rated as X by 1 amp or X by 5 amps, and today in this class we will discuss about the instrument transformer. And in the same way, let me explain a small example regarding this relay and circuit breaker configuration in coordination with CT. So for example, an example is given that a CT is rated as 200 by 5. This is the rating. This is the rating of the CT which is given. Now let us analyze this relay and circuit breaker configuration. So this is what is CT with 200 by 5, and let us see I primary and I secondary, and what happens with the relay. Let us see. So in this current transformer, we are talking about this line only. So when the current seen by the current transformer is, let us say, about 50% of full load current, if the line is experiencing 50% of full load current, then what happens? The primary is, so here 50% of 200 by 5. So then what happens? How much the primary current will be? So we are talking about the primary, not the secondary. Here we are talking about the primary. This is the primary. So 50% of 200 is 100 amps. And here coming to the secondary, 5. So 50% of 5 is 2.5 amps. And what happens? Here the current transformer is secondary is rated as 5, which means it is here the secondary is sensing 2.5 amps only, which is less than this set value. So then what happens? Since the current seen by the secondary of the current transformer is less than the rating, less than its rating, then what happens? The force in this operating force will be less than the restraining force. So F naught is less than F, or relay does not operate. Now let us see the next condition. Let us say EIT percentage of load current. So EIT percentage of full load current means EIT percentage in the sense 200 into EIT by 100. So 2 zeros, so EIT ante 160 amps. Let us say 160 amps. Now here EIT percentage of the secondary means here 5. So 5 into EIT percentage means EIT by 100. So 0 gets cancelled. 5 2s are 2 4s are. So you will get 4 amps. Still here also the secondary is seen by the current transformer, nothing but the relay coil is 4 amps only, but its set value is 5, so which is also less. So the operating force here also less than the restraining force. The relay does not operate. Next, what is happening? Let us take another condition. Let us say 120% of full load. 120% of full load current. This is the case we have to see now. So what happens? 120%. So 120 by 100 into, so the primary here we are talking, so 200. So 100 to, so it is going to be 240 amps in the primary section, in the primary of this line. And what happens to the secondary? Secondary is 5 into 120%, 0.052, so 26. So here experience the current on the secondary of the current transformer, or the relay side, relay contact, relay coil is 6 amps, which is more than the set value. That means, so here the relay coil which experience this current is more than its set value. That means the operating force gets greater than that of the restraining force. So the operating force is greater than the restraining force. So when the operating force is greater than the restraining force, then what happens? Relay acts. Relay operates. So here the relay operates. Here the relay operates. Now let us see one more condition, that is a 100% of full load current. 100% of full load current. 100% means 200 into 100 by 100. So 100 by 100 means 200 amps only. The primary is experiencing exactly the 200 amps. And the secondary will also experience the same 100%, 100 by 100, 5 amps. So here the operating force is equals to restraining force. Then what happens? Relay operates? No. This is called the Virchow condition. Virchow condition. Sorry, it didn't play well. So Virchow condition. So during the Virchow condition, the relay will not operate, but it is ready to operate because it is a boundary condition. So this is how the relay and circuit breaker will play according to the current transformer rating. So this is what we have seen. This is one of the important topic. Now let us move back to the next, that is called instrumental transformer. Instrument transformer. Let us see one more topic, that is instrument transformer. Instrument transformer. So instrument transformers are two. One is current transformer, another one is potential transformer. So if you explain the current transformer, the same will follow for the potential transformers. So I will explain the current transformer. But remember, the current transformer is placed in series with the line, and the potential transformer which play with the voltage, so it is placed in parallel. It is connected in parallel with the lines. So remember that. So let me take this out. Now, so why this current transformer now? So here is the line. This is the bus bar, and here is the line. Here we use the current transformer CT. This is the primary of the CT, and we have here secondary. To the secondary we connect something, whether it is an ammeter, or if you are using ammeter, that is for sensing purpose, and if you are using for relay, relay contact, that is measuring, not for measuring, that is protection purpose. So what is the function of this CT? What is the function of this CT? And PT also. Yes, let us see it. As the operating voltages and currents are very high in magnitude in this line, in the transmission lines, so the design of the relay, the protection valve system for that design of the relay at such high magnitudes is very difficult. So we cannot design the relay for such high values. So then what happens? The voltage and current magnitudes must be decreased. Then how this will be done? Then how the magnitudes of the voltages and currents will be decreased? So that is a task that is done by CT. The current magnitudes will be stepped down by the current transformer, and the voltage has been stepped down by the potential transformer on the line. So this is what is the importance of CT. And also what happens? It isolates. It isolates the live circuit and protection circuits, these current transformers. So that is the instrumental transformer, that is the importance of the instrumental transformer. So then let me take only the current transformer as a reference. The same will be applicable for the potential transformer. So let us take the current transformer. So there are two types of current transformers are there, as I have explained here. So what are they? So the first one is measurement CT. Measurement CT. And the second one is protection CT, which I have already seen in the previous class. Protection CT. One is measurement CT and another one is protection CT. So how the measurement CT would be and how the protection CT would be. So I'm directly writing here the measurement CT. Yeah. So here there is just a measuring element will be there, that is ammeter. So simply we will get the this will be the construction of the current transformer which is measuring CT. Then how would be the protection CT? Protection CT we have already seen. Here on the secondary side there will be a relay coil. Yeah. So the relay coil, this is a relay coil. Relay coil will be there on the secondary side of the protection CT, and that is the protection CT. If there is a relay coil, and of course plunger and trip circuit etc will be there, that we have seen in the relay and circuit breaker configuration. So this is what is the protection CT. Now let us analyze the measurement CT and the protection CT individually. So first let us go to the measurement CT. Measurement CT. So it will be like this, which just now we have seen. Here we have the primary of the CT, and here we have the secondary of the CT. To the secondary there is a measuring element that is connected. So as we are measuring current, there is an ammeter. So here the current flows, that is I. This is the main line. It is of high ranges. So let us see the CT is of ratio rating, that is 400/5. So what happens if the fault takes place here? See, this is not a protection CT, this is a measuring CT. It cannot protect. So what happens if the current, if the short circuit takes place? In the first or second slide, we have seen that the short circuit current. I mean the third slide, third class. We have seen the third class. We have seen that short circuit current is 10 times that of the full load current. That is for our analysis only. So if it is 10 times the full load current, let us say the ammeter is measuring 0 to 10 amps only. So now what would be the condition for the measuring current transformer? So for the design of this measuring current transformer, we should not reflect the fault current onto the secondary side to protect the metering equipment from the damage. So if you allow that fault current, which is high in magnitude, if it flows through the ammeter, then ammeter get damaged. So the fault current should not be reflected onto the secondary of the CT. That is what is the design of the measuring current transformer. Then what happens to the protection CT? Same as usual, primary, secondary of the CT. To the secondary there is another one more coil. This is a relay coil, which is for the protection purpose. This is a CT, primary, secondary of the same 400/5 rating. So let us say take like that. So what is the design of the protection transformer then? The design of the protection transformer is such that it should reflect the short circuit current onto the secondary of the current transformer, where the relay coil is situated. So this is the design of the protection CT. It must allow the fault current, and the measurement CT must not allow the short circuit current onto the secondary of the CT. Now, why this should not? Because if a short circuit fault takes place, if the short circuit current occurs and if it enters into the measurement CT, then what happens is that measuring element may get damaged. Now let us see the magnetization characteristics of the both, which is another important topic. Let us see the magnetization characteristics. So let us draw the axis. So magnetization characteristics are in between current and flux produced. So the magnetization current characteristic starts like this. Somewhere it saturates. As the current increases, the flux gets produced and increases. And at a point of time, at a particular current, to say this is I rated, the flux produced will be maximum, and after which, even though if you increase the current, the production of the flux gets saturated. So this point is called as knee point. So this is the saturation. Saturation means, I think you all know saturation. So where there is no changes, even though there is an increase in current, how much ever the current you may increase, there is no considerable change in the production of the flux. So this is what is this, such a type of situation is called as saturation. So here this point is called as knee point. This point is called as knee point. And here about to rise, for a small changes in current, there is a more change in the flux. So such a point is called as ankle point. Very important, these two. We may get a question also in the GATE or PSUs. So remember. So what happens? Let us see. What happens to the knee point and what happens to the ankle point? So here the most important point is the measuring CT is to be designed such that it should operate at knee point measuring CT. So even if the current increases till the knee point, then it can measure, no problem. But if you further increase the current, then it may get saturated. So it can be operated till here only. So this is the operating point of the, the knee point is the operating point of the measuring equipment, measuring current transformer. You understand why if it crosses? If it crosses, what happens? The flux does not link much, so it will give the wrong reading, because here the flux may not increase in the secondary side. So it will just give, it will keep on measuring the same. So till here, let us say 1 ampere, 2 ampere, 3 ampere, 4 ampere, 5 ampere. If still it is going, the current increases 6, 7, 8, 9, it increases, but the flux produced will be same. So it keeps on giving the just 5 amps only. Even you go for the 10 amps, it will just give you 5 amperes only. So that is what is the problem. So it will be, so the important point here is the current transfer. You make a note of it since I am not writing. So the current transformer, measuring CTs are designed such that it should be operated at knee point only. Now let us come to the ankle point. So what happens to the protection transformer then? The protection transformer are designed so that it can operate at ankle point. Can operate at ankle point. So even though after the ankle point, even though if there is a current, then it must read that will be the fault current. So this will be the set value, then that will be the fault current. So it has to be read by the relay. It has to be read by the secondary of the transformer. So relay will trip the circuit. So the protection CT is designed to operate at the ankle point. So these are the 2 points you have to remember. The protection CT is designed to operate at the ankle point, and the measurement CT is designed to operate at the knee point. Remember that. And one more thing is, volume of the CT core required will be more for protection CT when compared to the measuring CT. Why? Because the measuring CT need not to read the more current. It will not take the more current, but the protection CT has to take the more current, so it should be having high volume than this one. Now let us see the magnetization characteristics of both the PTs, measuring CT and the protection CT. So how they should be? This is a full load current. So till here the measuring CT has to work. It can read only the full load current. But when the short circuit takes place, fault takes place, then automatically the rise in current, so that has been seen by the relay. So protection CT must have to read more than this full load current. So this will be the curve of potential. This is a curve of protection current transformer, and this is the curve of the measuring current transformer. So make a note of this. This is an important one. I hope you understand. We will see in the next class about the different times. The relay timing, circuit breaker timing, fault clearing timing, etc., etc. So please stay tuned to my channel. Please, if not subscribed, please subscribe. Thank you, and signing off. Bye.